Hey Donna,
Hey, Greg.
welcome Laker fans. This is the Purple Blood Laker podcast for Laker fans, by Laker fans. We just had a game yesterday versus the Memphis Grizzlies, and it was ugly. Even with Ja out the game, we gave up more of the league grew when he left.
I know it's horrible.
It was just a mess. I think JJ walked out on the press conference. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was tired because I think they asked him the same question again. I think he said, I already answered that and took off.
Yeah.
But we didn't have AD and Rui, so I knew it was going to be an uphill battle. But man, it
Uh,
just wasn't good.
Colo sighting.
Yeah,
So he did some nice things, nice
yeah.
block shot.
Mm-hmm.
But just got backed down mercilessly by JJJ.
Yeah. JJJ's tough.
Yeah.
He always gives us fits too. He always scores big. Him and Ja always kill us.
Yeah.
Um, but our defense. We weren't getting back. On made baskets, we weren't getting back. It was just the defense has been slipping probably the last 4 or 5 games.
There were moments where I wondered, well, there were several moments where I wondered, who is Bron Garden? Are you
Hmm.
hunting shots and assists? He was disgusted the whole game.
Yeah,
And he just didn't play any defense. And then there were other times where I was wondering, is that Bron's man or whose man is that? You just cut into the
it was
basket,
just
you
it
know.
was ugly. No defense. Just folks weren't getting back.
So,
It
so
just was not a good defensive game.
when we started that first introductory podcast, I said, JJ has shown that some nice offensive wrinkles, the ball movement and player movement. He read the book and saw a great deal of improvement. But what I said was, can as a coach, can he make this, continue to happen? And
Yeah,
and we also talked about, can he get this team to play good defense?
yeah,
He cannot get this team to play good defense after these first 7 games. That's not been something that we can do. What we can do is AD can be fantastic, awesome, great on defense, and that's all we got. We're
right. Because
we
our
just
guys get beat off the dribble.
we just get out of the way, either on purpose or not, and AD's back there to protect us. And when he's not back there, we are
Yeah,
the easiest team to score on in the league. I think we're 29th in defense.
yeah. I thought we played well the first few games, but I knew it wasn't going to be sustainable. Because these guys, I mean, it's hard to play. I think you can get them to play defense to a certain extent, but really none of them are defensive players. When you think about any of them, I mean, LeBron used to be in his early years. He's no longer that. AD is really the only defensive guy we have out there. D'Lo's never been a defensive guy. Rui is not a defensive guy, and neither is AR. He tries hard, but he's really not a defensive guy. And so teams beat us off the dribble constantly. We're constantly scrambling. We can't stay in front of our man, and it makes AD have to do whatever he does. And it's been sustainable because we've been scoring a lot before. In those first 3 games, we were scoring a lot of points. So
But
even
he
though
was
we
getting
weren't
all of
playing
those.
good defensively,
He was getting those points too.
yeah,
That's why
yeah,
he's banged up because he's got to get 35
I
points.
know,
He's got to guard the rim on every single play.
right?
It's not sustainable. I
It's
used to
not
get on his
sustainable.
case about not shooting in the fourth quarter. That man is tired in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not sustainable.
Exhausted.
Yeah,
So
this starting lineup has played so many minutes. And that's not sustainable either. For them to play all these minutes every game, it's not sustainable. And it's starting, the bench not producing has started to creep up. And the bench, and the starters aren't playing as well. Like Rui was playing really well, and then the last 3 games he was playing okay. AR was playing really well at the beginning, and now he's playing okay, but he's not playing at that top level. And it seems like they all have to be playing at a top level for us to have a shot. And that is not sustainable.
it was funny to me. He and D'Lo both went two for 9, I think, from
For three
three.
point, I know.
It's almost like they're feeding off each other in the worst possible way.
It was horrible. We shot 48 threes. I think that's our high of the year. We're trying to beat Boston. Boston shoots 50 a game.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it was defense. I think defense is our problem along with our bench. our bench not producing has caused the starters to have to play more minutes, and they're not playing at the level they were playing at the beginning, except for AD. Now he's out. So who knows how long he's going to be out? Hopefully it was just a game. But he's been carrying us and now he's hurt. So
So I took some notes on Bron. I think
as usual, as usual.
as usual. I'm
He's
on
the only one that
because
had a good damn game. And
he did
now
not
you
have a
taking
good game.
notes.
He did not have a good
Offensively,
game.
offensively, 37 points, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. I'll take that any day of the week.
Even that was not good.
He was setting up everybody, and they were just clanking shots.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Clanking.
I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, whatever.
So, first play of the game, Bron guarded no one.
I said offensively. I didn't say
Okay,
defensively.
let me get to the offensive part.
All right.
I think it was Eddie that got a dunk with Bron didn't even bother to box out. Um, then he went for a pump fake, and then the ball goes to the corner, and his man hits a three. Um, he remember that lazy pass that got intercepted in the last game, right
Mm-hmm.
out in yeah. Did the same thing from a inbound pass, and it got deflected. No damage. We got the ball, but uh, the lazy inbound pass thing is bothersome to me. I don't like
Yeah.
it. Um,
We only had 11 turnovers, so it wasn't like a big turnover game.
he's guarding Morant on at the three line, and he's waiting for Morant to drive. Morant just pulls up and shoots a three in his face.
And that's what you're supposed to do. When you look at percentages, you let John Morant shoot the three. You don't
Not
let him
this year.
drive to the basket.
Not this year. Read the scouting report. That boy is hitting threes now.
I know, but it's only been 6 or 7 games. That could be an anomaly.
Okay. All
But
right.
when you guard John, everybody knows you stand back and you try to force him to shoot the three. And if he makes it, thank you, Ja, but you try to keep him out of the lane. That is the key to guarding him. Keep him out
I,
of the lane.
I don't want Bron guarding
I
Ja.
don't know what happened. I don't know if a
And
switch happened, how he got on him.
I'm tired of switching on everything when it's
I
killing
know.
us. There's
I
got
know.
to be play a
I
zone.
know.
Stop
I
it.
know. Yeah, this switching on everything. This is not the team where you can switch on everything.
Um,
And JJ so far believes in switching on everything. And he may have to reconsider that because that's not working.
on offense, two pull-up threes. He missed the first one on out of bounds play, and then he made one. And then there was a play where no one was guarding Clark. Excuse me.
Well, yeah.
Nobody was guarding Clark. Um, and then the next play down, nobody was guarding JJJ. And that's how we ended the first quarter, down 35-27.
Yep.
Uh, started the first quarter, Brown on an ISO travel.
Okay.
That's not good offensive basketball.
He was 15 for 24. So maybe you're pointing out the mistakes he made, but he was
That's my
15 for
job
24.
because I
I
have to
know.
justify getting rid of him because I'm trading this man. I'm
No, you're
trading.
not. No,
I'm
you're not.
trading LeBron James for whatever I can get for him.
No,
Give me
you're not.
some corn chips
No,
and some
no, that ain't happening.
gum.
That's a franchise nightmare. That's not happening.
He missed a three. Then the ball bounced off his leg on a drive to the hoop, and that was a turnover. So those are the first three plays of the second quarter. Traveling on an ISO, missed a pull-up three. What I'm saying is that there's no one else involved in the offense. No one else gets to touch the ball, and he's ruining us with his touches of the ball. This is how we start the second quarter. This is how teams lose their rhythm. We were in rhythm. Everybody was making shots when everybody was touching the ball on every play.
When?
Player
When we were
movement
down by 8?
those first three games.
Oh, yeah, the first 3. They haven't played like
Player
that in.
movement, ball movement.
I know.
And we're not doing it. Because Bron is not hogging. He just feels he hates his team. He thinks like he's the only guy on the court that can do anything. And it's
I
a
don't buy
formula
that.
for disaster for us.
That's your interpretation. That
I've seen
interpretation
it
is
his
not
I've
correct.
seen it over and over again
Not
since I've been
correct.
hearing them.
These guys just can't hit shots.
Nah, they gotta
Reeves
touch the
goes two
ball.
for nine. D'Lo goes 2 for 9. That's just not hitting shots.
So
Folks
then,
can't hit shots. And this has been our Achilles heel for the last 5 years. We don't have players that can hit shots.
but at the end of the year, D'Lo shot 45% last year,
But
42.
yeah, but D'Lo hasn't started shooting anything this year. Starting in preseason, he was horrible. He's been horrible the whole time. I don't know what's
He
wrong with
was
his
horrible
shot.
to he was
I don't
horrible to
know.
start the year last year, and that's why Ham benched him. And right now, guess what happened to D'Lo?
He
He
got
got
benched in the fourth
benched.
quarter, which was good. I think you should do that, but I don't think you should bench him
Ham
like
was
not
run out of
starting.
here. Ham was run out of here for benching
I
D'Lo
It
and
wasn't
and
just
Austin
D'Lo.
Reeves.
He Austin Reeves. He had Reddish, Torian Prince.
Guess
Just
who
the
played best off the bench last
No,
night?
they didn't. All
Um,
together, they didn't play well. Maybe off the bench, Torian Prince did well sometimes.
no. I'm not talking about Torrey Pierce. I'm talking about this year. Just this past game, the best player off the bench was the same guy that Ham ended
Reddish.
up going to, Reddish.
That's because the game was out of reach. You can always play when when things are like out of reach and you're just shooting free. When the
He
game
was
counts, I
he was
need you to be able to deliver when the game is in hand.
he
That's
was
when you need to deliver.
he
All
was in
those
the
stats
game when we
are
were down by
inflated.
two. He was in the
Inflated,
game when we were down by two.
right?
Reddish.
I know, but when did he make his points?
Okay. Okay. So the only thing that matters with Reddish is when he makes points.
No, but I think Reddish plays good defense, but we need him to score too. We just if we had a team, if we had a bench players that everybody was scorers and he was the defensive guy, I wouldn't worry about him scoring. But he's on there with Vincent don't score. If he doesn't score and Christie doesn't score and Connect ain't hitting, the bench doesn't deliver. So we
Which
need
brings
him to give us something. He gives us great defense. I love his defense. And I
which
loved his offense. He was shooting shots. He was 5 for 7. He was 2 for 2 from three or whatever. So maybe he's getting his confidence and maybe the coach is showing confidence in him and maybe they'll help him. But our bench just does not score.
he was touching the ball, which brings you back to Brian. Uh, I'll give him credit for a great pass to Hayes for a dunk. But then Aldana did a tip in dunk. No one boxed him out.
No, we were
Uh,
horrible on rebounds again.
then he went baseline over Reeves and got fouled. And then on the offensive end, Bron ISO bricked the three. Bron top of the key, ISO, just it reminded me of Cleveland. And went for a layup. Just everybody do this. No one move. Nobody move. Nobody get hurt.
Because nobody was hitting anything.
I'm sick of it. You don't
Well,
go away from your offense
Kobe
at the
used to
first
Kobe
pass
used to do the same thing when folks weren't hitting. He'd just go take the ball and just go.
and dunk in somebody's face and get the whole
That's
team
what they do.
fired
Not
up.
all the time. Stop it. You talked about just like you talk about LeBron. You
Championships.
broke down Kobe's game every game and blamed him for everything. Now he's in your Hall of Fame. Whatever.
Championships. Championships. That's how you get my Hall of Fame. I'm a Laker fan. I don't care how many points you score, LeBron. I don't care. I want chips. And this is not a championship team, and it's because of his play.
Well, he can't do it by himself. We
I'm
haven't had
trading LeBron.
we didn't win more championships because AD got hurt that second year. We would have beat Phoenix and we would have beaten Milwaukee if we
If
had
I
gotten to
could
the
have, would have,
finals that
should have.
year.
There's got to be a song like that.
But AD
Trading
got
LeBron.
hurt in that Phoenix series. We were up 2-1. He got hurt.
I'm trading Bron, and if I have to get rid of AD to make a package deal, they can both go, and we make a big
No,
flex deal.
you just got to get some help for AD. That's all. AD's playing at an all-star MVP level. You just got to get a big to help him out. Come on now.
Good luck with that in this league.
There's
Where
plenty,
am I?
there's plenty of them out there. It's plenty. I don't care. It's plenty of them out there. I'm not buying that. That is difficult and hard. It's just you gotta just go get one. They've just been stubborn and they want AD to play the 5 and they refuse to get him a big guy to go with them. He's been screaming that for the last 3 years. They're not listening.
We've made
Period.
bad decisions. Looking at Scottie Pippen Jr. play, we've made bad decisions.
But when he played for us, he was horrible. Come on now.
Well, he wasn't horrible. He wasn't horrible.
But he wasn't good.
He wasn't
Stop
horrible.
it. He was not good. It's taken him 5 years now to get to the level that he's at. We got him on a two-way contract. He was undrafted. We brought him in and let him get it. We got him a two-way contract.
You're a
It's not
Laker
like he got
apologist.
drafted in the first round or something. He was undrafted. His game is coming around and he's found a spot for himself, which I'm happy for him.
So after the Cleveland ISO layup, Bron made a bad pass to Connect. After all these bad passes and dribbling off your leg and nobody touching the ball, we're down 42-46, which is
And that was 4
amazing to
points.
me. And
Right.
you know what it reminded me of?
Hmm.
Nobody's playing good basketball right now. This is
Memphis hasn't, I mean, Memphis hadn't been playing good basketball. They were averaging 106 points a game in their last 3 games at home, and we let them get 131, and Ja went out.
they're a 50% team till they played us.
I know. They
Um,
always play us. They get up for us for whatever reason. They
no
get
one's
up for us.
no one in the league is playing well right now because in this player dominated league, everybody decides to take the first 10, 20 games of the year to get in shape.
Well, Golden State's playing well. They're like 8-1. They just
That's a
beat
really
Boston.
nice organization that was well put together by a really funny, cool guy that we asked for as our new GM, you and I,
Yes.
in our intro. Go back and
But
check
they
the archives, Laker fans.
but they brought in a lot of new guys, a lot of misfits in this year. Buddy Hield and a bunch of misfits, and they're playing well. I mean,
They got
Steve
a
Kerr's a good coach.
they
They
got
try
a
not to
great
give him
coach.
credit.
And he came up through a system and
Who?
learned. And Steve Kerr,
Oh yeah.
he's a great coach. What did I say? Did I say something different?
No.
Okay.
No, that's right. He's a good. That's why I say he's a good coach. Sometimes he doesn't get credit for being a good coach, but I think this year is showing that he can coach. He doesn't have. He just has he just has Curry and a bunch of misfits that have gotten from outcasts from other teams that got cast away, and he's put them together. And so far, their big test was Boston, and they beat Boston in Boston.
I worry about Buddy. Buddy is in the same category as the guy that left us and went to Milwaukee,
Beasley,
Beasley. Uh,
nah, he's
can
better
have
than Beasley.
can have good games, can shoot the ball, but somehow over the course of the season they're gonna let you down. And I think that's what's coming for Buddy.
No, but I think the Golden State system fits his game. I think the systems he was in before, like with playing in Philadelphia with Joel Embiid, that's not a system for his style. I think the fact you play with Golden State and it's free, you're free to shoot. He's a shooter that I think complements his game now. That he's been on teams that I just don't think Indiana, those teams are not teams that run and gun like Golden State. And I think that just fits him and he's getting comfortable and they're letting him shoot. And he's averaging like what, 25 points or something like that a game. And
Okay.
so it might be a good, I always say about the NBA, all players are talented.
I agree with
It's
that.
just the right fit.
Yeah, there's
It's
a
the right
level.
fit.
There's levels to talent,
Yeah.
and to me, Buddy is not there. But we'll
I
see
think
the
he's
year.
I think
We'll
he's a
see.
perfect fit for them. I think his style of play fits them perfectly. So I think he's going to do okay there. He's going to have his downs. I mean, all players do. You don't go through the whole season unless you're Steph Curry or somebody. But um, I've watched him play about 3 or 4 games, and I think he just fits with what they do, and it fits his game. And I think he's going to be okay.
Okay,
But
we'll
they
see.
have shooters. That's one thing we don't have. We have guys that can score. It's a big difference between a scorer and a shooter. And you need shooters today. Our guys can make a three, maybe. We're oh my God. And he hits it, and we're like, yes. But we can't say, like, oh, yeah, that's money right there. Give it to, oh, yeah, that's money. Now, Connect is that guy that I think, but he wins 1 for 7. The last game he didn't do. The last 3 games he hasn't done well, but he's only a rookie, so we have to be okay with that. But
You're not winning a chip with a rookie, and all I care about is winning chips. I don't care about the team getting better. I don't care.
I do. I care about this team again because I'm realistic. We're not winning a chip.
If we're not going to win a chip, then blow it up. Let's trade Bron. Anyway, I
No,
know you're not agreeing to that.
I know. I'm not agreeing
So
because I'm when I season. No, you're not trading. I'm not having a bunch of scrubs on the team that I go and watch and pay my money for. No,
you're going to have it eventually. The man's not going to play until he's 50.
I know it. That's why I'm saying we need to develop these other guys. And if they're not the guys, we need to go find some other guys because Braun is going to be gone. And who's going to be left?
Which, what I'm saying is while he's still got a half a gallon in the tank, trade him. Get
You're
some.
not going to get anything for him.
Okay.
Teams will rip you off if you trade LeBron.
Yeah, you might be right about that. It is,
Yeah.
and also it's not a Laker thing to do to treat a
No.
superstar like that. I
No, we treat our
understand that.
stars well. We just need to find that guy. All these other teams are finding those diamond. We haven't found that guy. We think it's AR maybe, but I don't think he's that guy. Like when Bron leaves and AD is still here, who's that guy with AD?
When
Is
you
it
look at this,
AR?
when you look at this team, Magic got us Bron and Magic got us AD.
Right.
Magic got rid of Zuby, which was probably the best bench player that has come through here.
That
That
was
was
a
the
bad
biggest
move.
mistake. That was
Biggest
horrible.
mistake.
I'm glad
That
Magic is
and
gone because of that.
drafting Lonzo Ball.
Well, I don't think Lonzo Ball was a bad draft. He just had bad, he got hurt. I don't think it was a bad draft pick. The man can play basketball. He can
But
play.
we drafted Brandon Ingram over Jaylen Brown.
Brandon Ingram is not a bad basketball player. Brandon Ingram is averaging 25 points a game.
Brandon Ingram's a one-on-one player. You're not going to win with him. He can't play off
Bad
the
basketball
ball.
player.
He has to have the ball in his hands.
Well,
Now,
I,
that may work well with AD moving forward, maybe, but he's always hurt too.
I
Brandon
think
Ingram's always hurt, so we don't
those
want
are
him.
better. Those are two much better picks than anything that Rob has done so far.
Well, if we had gotten Jason Tatum instead of Lonzo,
Everybody could say that. You always
but
gonna have
Jason
those.
Tatum, he just came out and said how upset he was. He said the Lakers didn't even work him out. Now
Everybody's gonna
that's the
have
thing
those.
where you don't even work him out when he came from Duke and he knew he was good and he was a one and done. You don't work him out.
Yeah. Okay. I'm saying, yeah,
You're gonna have some bad ones.
you're gonna have those kinds. That's not a bad one. That's a onesie twosie. You miss somebody two levels up or two levels down. That's
Yeah,
different than an absolutely horrible decision.
yeah,
The Jalen Hood Shafino was a horrible decision,
that's a horrible decision. The scouting department missed that totally,
and there's some
totally.
others. There's some others. But anyway, let's get back to it.
All
So
right.
Tom back down Morant, and then he didn't guard anybody, and we gave him a bucket. And then we got Bron
Okay,
on
he
an
didn't play
ISO
well
layup.
defensively. Okay, he didn't play well
Oh,
defensively.
I keep talking
Okay,
about ISO. This is my point. And we talked about it the
okay,
last game.
all
Bron
right.
still wants to be in Cleveland with get everybody out of
No,
the
he doesn't.
way and let me take this ball to the hoop. And it hurts the rest of the team. If you're going to have player movement and ball movement, it does
Yeah,
no good if no one has touched the ball 5 times down the court. And that's the
that's
player
true.
that Bron is now. People have to get in rhythm. You have to touch it. You have to feel it. You have to
Yeah,
feel the ball. You have to bounce it a couple
especially
times.
with this team.
You're not just going to catch it and shoot it after not seeing it for 4 times down the court. And that's what Bron is doing to this team, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of watching it. It's horrible basketball. That's what I wrote down at the end of the second quarter. Horrible ego basketball.
I just want wins. I don't care what it looks like, to be really honest.
All right, I got all these notes about Bron. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Gabe had another. Every time I wrote down Gabe's name, it was either a turnover or
It's
a assignment.
it's horrible. I don't know
Gabe is
what's
just.
wrong with him.
ah,
See, the problem is when D'Lo's not doing well, we don't have that point guard to come off the bench to say, "I'm taking D'Lo's minutes." He he's worse. I mean, he's worse than D'Lo when he sits down, and it's like we don't have that guy that you can put D'Lo on the bench. Say, "Okay, I'm benching D'Lo. We got somebody coming in, but it's Gabe." 6 points in like 30 minutes almost.
that's not gonna work.
It's not gonna
Um,
work.
Couple more things about Bron. Um, a good box out, and got a rebound. Uh, and then he did that. He did that twice. Two box outs and got rebounds. Those were two good things. But then
What was the score? Were we in the game still?
it was 95-81 at the end of
Oh,
the third quarter.
oh God, we were out of the game.
Um, but there was a moment where he's arguing with the ref and got a tech. I've been mentioning this argument with the ref. You tell me all players do it.
Oh yeah, they all do it.
Um,
We watch the Lakers all the time. So
and then after that, I just gave up, and the scrubs came in, and it was just a dismal disaster.
yeah.
Why did they play JJJ till the end of the game
Oh
when they were up
no.
by 20?
I
What was that
know.
all about?
Because it's that Laker thing. They have something, well, everybody has something against us, but I guess they have this whole thing against us because the game was over. Why are you playing your star? Yeah. But
I
anyway,
feel like I feel like John Moran. I'm ready to say he's a jerk. It was okay to,
mm,
you get caught with the gun in the club the first time. The second time is just dumb. It's just belligerent. It's just
yeah,
disrespectful.
it's pretty dumb.
And then you get into it with LeBron James, a 40-year-old, and you run into his back, and then you're so proud of yourself, you pimping all down the court. I don't like that
Yeah.
at all. I don't like what he represents on the floor. We already talked about off the floor, but
Yeah,
he
as a
behaves on the
leader.
court. He's not a good dude at all. And D'Lo, I keep telling you he's a weird dude. This was the game where if he's not weird, then he's just horrible. And I don't think he's horrible. I think he's a talented player. That guy is a head case.
I think he's playing horribly.
Well, the way that he plays horribly, to me, it's a chicken and egg problem. What's going on with his mentality? And I think that dude is messed up in the head. I really
I
do.
think he's fine. I listen to him all the time. I think he's fine. He's just not playing
That's
well.
him. He says the right thing. I
No, but I listen to
apologize.
his pop.
I want to
No,
be
but
more
he no,
professional.
but no.
Look how professional he's been. What
He's
the hell?
he's been fine this season. What are you talking about?
I'm talking
He's
about
been
doing his
fine.
job. He talks about how he loves the coach and he's into the system, and
Yeah, but he's
he
not
won't do
playing
his job.
well. Not playing well and being a head case are two different things. Those things don't necessarily go together. He's
Not
just
playing,
not playing well.
not
At the
playing
end of
well,
the day,
not
he's not
playing
playing
well,
well.
not playing well, and not playing with effort are two different things. Austin Reeves doesn't play well, but I don't question his effort. D'Lo is not even trying. He's
I
caught up
think
in battles
you
with
kept
other
saying he
players.
was trying. He was
I
trying
loved
on
it in the first three
defense.
games. I loved it. And
Well,
now I
everybody
see
was
it.
good the first three games.
Now I see it for about 5 minutes a game. And then he just goes away. He goes into his own space and he's gone. And the coach saw it and said, bro, just sit down for the whole
Yeah, they
second.
took him out. Yeah, which is fine. I'm glad the coach is doing that. I mean, and I'm glad this is happening early because when you're at home, players always play better at home. The bench always plays better at home, although our bench hasn't played well at all. But this was going to be a test, our first big 5 game road trip. And I would have been okay if we had beaten um, Toronto, which we were supposed to beat in Detroit. We would have come back home 5-3. I would have said, okay, for our first road trip, we were close with Phoenix. We lost to them, got blown out by Cleveland. They're undefeated. And then Memphis was going to be tough. But we didn't have two players that didn't play, two key players. So I would have been okay
They were
with that.
missing Desmond and at the end of the game, Ja.
But it doesn't matter. Their team is not set up like our team. Our team, AD, has to dominate in order for us to be competitive. Their team is more spread out. They got other guys that can do things. We don't have that. We're top heavy, so to speak. And AD has been on a tear, like 35 points a game. It's not like he's scoring 20. He's scoring like 35, 15 rebounds, blocking shots, just being everywhere for us. And without him, and I was okay with that. I'm like, okay, him and Rui, we probably ain't going to win. But losing to Detroit, to me, was the worst thing on this whole road trip. That was disappointing. And it reminded me of last year that we don't beat the teams that we should beat. And they're going to have to go and regroup. We're 4-4. Luckily, we started 3-0. Because, man, if we had gone on this road trip and we had lost some games at home, we would be horrible. Yep. At least we're 500 after 8 games. They got to regroup on that defensive end. Remember I told you at the first episode that I wasn't happy with their defense during the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
And it's rearing its ugly head during this whole road trip.
No one plays defense in the preseason, but I hear you. It did look bad, and it looks worse now.
Because they're not getting back. They're not horrible.
It looks like the coach-player relationship is crucial, and it feels to me like he's already lost him.
I don't think so.
They're not even paying attention now.
No, they're just playing horrible. Yeah. And they're just not as talented as other teams. It's just the bottom line. They get exposed because they're not as talented as other teams. Well, it's just we're not that good.
We're going to be a 500 team in the West, and we're not going to make the playoffs.
No, but I'm not worried. It's only 8 games.
We're going to get
hopefully
better.
This was a learning.
We're going to suddenly be as talented as the rest of the teams?
No, but hopefully we'll play better.
We're going to play better. Why? If we're not as talented as the rest of the team, what's going to happen? Is the coaching so good that we're going to suddenly play perfect basketball?
No, but I think AD coming back, and them just playing at another level. They're not as talented as other teams, but they could at least play up to their ability. Now, their ability is probably not as good as a lot of players in the league, but we just need them to play up to their ability. and they just haven't. Everybody hasn't been doing that on this road trip.
I want one of these. We got every team's got a million coaches now.
Hmm.
Someone should be teaching Rui how to pump fake.
Rui, maybe Rui was out yesterday because he was sick.
No, I'm
I said
talking
maybe
about
Rui's been sick for 3 games because he's been
well,
horrible.
this issue of going to the hole and getting your shot blocked and
Yeah,
falling down because the guy has just palmed the ball and pressed you down to the ground.
yeah,
That hurts our mentality as a team. I can't watch that anymore. I love Rui. That's my guy on the team.
I know,
And watching him, it just hurts me.
I
And
know.
I'm going to blame the coaching staff because I think Rui has talent. He needs some adjustments,
Yeah,
and
he
nobody's doing
has to get some adjustments, and I think it's going to take him a minute too because I don't know about Rui's IQ, basketball IQ. He's still young, but he
it. Not
started
young.
out so well.
He's been a potential guy. He was a potential guy for
Yes,
3 years in
I
Washington.
know. But he came out of school out of his first year, so he was young, but he didn't learn diddly in Washington, I'm
Yeah, there
sure.
was nothing there.
Uh-uh.
Nothing there. And then
So I don't know
Kuz
what it
took
is
all
with
his
him.
minutes, which is
He,
crazy. Kuz has never shot more than 33%. I don't know why Rui wasn't getting any time in Washington. That makes no sense.
I know. I
Um,
don't know. I still have faith in him. I need to watch. I mean, because 8 games is a small sample size, but um, we need him to be better. We need D'Lo to be better until we trade him. We need everybody to be better, and we need our bench. Somebody on that bench has to come in and give us consistent points. And we might have to put Gabe in a. Maybe Gabe was a farce in Miami.
Gabe had one good series,
Yeah,
and we got too excited. And
we
that was one
did.
of Rob's biggest mistakes. That's
Yeah,
30 million bucks, 10 a year.
33. It was 11.
What could we get for $11 million?
Could have kept Schroeder.
If I had Schroeder right now as a backup point
I
guard, I
know.
would be delighted.
Me too. I
Uh,
know.
and
Because
they
he
just
had that dog and he had that. He may miss some shots, but he gonna go to the hole. He gonna play good defense. He's gonna, he plays hard all the time. And I'll take that any day over someone else. And Gabe seems to be just too laid back, too lackadaisical. Little,
didn't didn't
I don't know.
didn't Dennis beat the JJJ and Anthony Edwards and Austin Reeves international team? Wasn't that
Germany, yep,
Dennis more than anybody on that team?
I know it. He led that team for
So
sure.
he's got championship, pedigree.
I know.
He just never stuck with the team that wanted to invest in him, and now he's getting to be that older player that no one's going to keep around for more than.
No, he's down with Brooklyn now. He keeps getting bounced around.
He's telling them,
Um,
"I really would. I love it here. I love it here." It's like, bro, you love it anywhere. You don't have a contract.
you don't have no choice, right? And so, but we need somebody like him. It's just Gabe is just too laid back and too lackadaisical out there. He'll try to act like he's going to the hole, and then he gets up in the air and nobody to pass to. And
Or
it's
guy
like, boy, just shoot the shot. What are you doing?
just jumping up without knowing what you're doing. It's high
Yes,
school stuff, man.
kills
What are we
us. I know
doing?
it kills us.
He
I
looks like a
I'm
rookie.
just I'm not happy with him. He's the oldest person on that second unit,
Yep,
and he plays the worst out of any of them.
yep. I actually am not that disappointed with Jackson so far.
No, Jackson's been he had 8 points and 10 rebounds.
Yeah, I think he's doing what he can.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. I think he's being maximized.
mhm.
And maybe Koloko does a little bit different. He plays defense, he blocks shots, he's not as good offensively, but
He got it
maybe
done.
right now with the combination of them two, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's disappointing. We are descending. We're going the wrong way. We got to come back up and start trending up. We're trending down.
The good news is no one will complain if you traded anybody on this team at this point. We have maximum flexibility, right? Uh,
Yes,
Bad news is everybody in the league knows we're desperate.
I know.
And
But
so
I heard people are interested in Hood Shafino.
I've read that the three teams are interested.
Mm-hmm.
I think the um I I
Atlanta,
think other teams are gonna to get those two picks.
you
That's what
can't
has to
get those
happen.
2 picks for him. Can't.
I don't know which player. I'm not picking anybody. All I'm saying is that the only way that we're going to be competitive for the rest of the Bron era is by getting rid of those picks because we've been exposed as carrying a load of crap,
Yeah.
and teams are going to pick us clean. And
They say our others, as Shaq says, are garbage. That's what people say. Our
if
others.
if somebody were to step up, we might be able to slip a trade in and preserve at least one of those picks. But
Well,
as I said,
they say Austin's untouchable.
I
Is
wouldn't
that
mind trading anybody on
I
this
know.
roster. Can you trade a coach?
No.
Can you trade a
Um,
GM?
you can
Trade
fire a
a
GM. You can
I'm
fire
saying
a GM.
I'm saying it's open season right now.
Yeah.
This is not Lakers basketball at all.
No, I don't know why AR is untouchable. I don't understand that. I mean, I like him and everything,
I like
but
him too.
I think he's the way he played in those first three games, I think that's his ceiling. But is that sustainable? Of course, he got hurt. He had a knee contusion or a thigh contusion, whatever he has. But is that sustainable for him the way he played in those three games? I don't know. Does he go back to like 15 points, kind of not being that guy that we can see? I don't know. We have to have that third person that's that guy that we can depend on every single night to
to hit
deliver.
to hit four threes a game.
I know.
Ah,
I know. It's just depressing right now because we're getting exposed. Our others are exposed, which everybody's been talking about all summer.
yep.
That the Lakers roster is not that good. Those guys are not that good. Blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, our team is. I think we're okay. They talking about, but man, it's showing these last five games. It showed that it's just
We
not
got
that
nothing.
good.
We got nothing.
No, we got nothing, and we don't have nothing tradable.
And what does that leave us? That's what I'm saying. We got two picks. That's it.
That's it. We're gonna have to get
Otherwise,
rid of both of them.
otherwise the whole league is going to be mad at us for wasting AD's career. Forget about Brian.
Yeah, we're gonna get somebody's gonna I mean, we're gonna get what do I call it? We're gonna get hosed because we're gonna have to give up the two picks.
You're saying the same thing I'm saying.
Yeah, we're gonna
They're
have
gone.
to.
They're gone.
I
They're
know, and
gone.
we're gonna get hosed in the deal as well. We're giving up two picks, and I'm sure we're gonna get hosed
If
on
it's if it's Danny Ainge, what that means is Kessler's got something wrong with his feet or his shoulder.
something.
Something's wrong
Yeah, I
with him.
don't want to deal with Danny Ainge either. I'm with you. I don't want to deal with him.
Yep.
And I don't want to deal with the guy from OKC, even though I love to have some of those players because he knows how to maneuver and all that too. So he's scary. I don't want to deal with him either.
We should be able to get an athletic wing out of Charlotte. They got about 1,000 of them. I just don't want the one that's going to be in,
Bridges,
sitting
Miles
next,
Bridges, that's his name.
sitting next to Jackson in the locker room.
Right, Miles Bridges, that's his name. Yeah, I don't want him, but
Yeah,
they
we
got
couldn't
some
remember
other
his first
guys.
name. Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it.
No, I don't either. Well, that's
Uh,
Mitch Kupchak down. Is Mitch Kupchak still there in Charlotte?
I don't
Yeah,
know. I think he is. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He
Stacking win.
probably he probably wouldn't trade with us if it killed him. The way we got rid of him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't even talk about him. You know,
No,
he built some champions, and we act like he didn't have anything to do with it.
right,
Yeah.
right. He just
Okay,
got
like,
messed up when the owner, the son, got involved with him. When he was by himself doing his thing, he was okay. But when he let the brothers start working with him, everything went downhill for him.
yeah.
But he did some good stuff though, because he was a
We're,
part
we're,
of some of those championships after Jerry West left.
we're out of time.
All right,
Okay, Laker
next game.
fans. Purple Blood Lakers podcast for Laker fans by Laker fans. This is a mess. We're gonna try to find some optimism when we get home.
Yep, play 76ers on Friday.
Go like, oh, that's fun. We're gonna beat them. They nothing. Go Lakers. I hope.
All right, we'll see.
All right. Catch you
All
later.
righty. Bye bye.